Following recent heavy rainfalls during some of the worst weather on record for this time of year, there was a battle of mud in Normandy in addition to the real battles. As you see, they even used bulldozers to shift it. And reports from one or two veterans tell us that Normandy mud has many of the well-known qualities of the Flanders product. As if the battle for Caen wasn't heavy enough going in any case. Anyway, there mud, there were our troops advancing through it, and there were the French farmers coming back with what they'd saved from German looting, back to their liberated land. And even by the beginning of July, over 1,000 square miles of France had been set free by the Allies. The battle for Caen was preceded by a real Montgomery barrage. Self-propelled guns, tanks and artillery poured a devastating fire into the German positions. In the Caen sector alone, several hundred field, medium and heavy guns put down about 400 rounds each on a front of several hundred yards. And it wasn't only guns that opened the way for the capture of Caen. Over 400 of our heavy bombers, a force composed of RAF, RCAF and RAAF squadrons, attacked the Boche defenses. These pictures of this violent and perfectly timed attack were taken during the process of unloading some 2,300 tons, all well concentrated on the target. Target indicators are seen showering down while smoke rises in the distance from parts of the target area. The effect of the attack will be seen later in this story. Rocket-firing Typhoons, taking off from forward airfields in Normandy, also played a notable part in the battle. The Typhoons were attacking Caen airfield. That's it down there. The airfield, hangars and administration buildings can be clearly seen. Also just a few of the rockets exploding bang on the mark. The final capture of Caen by the Canadians is already history, and the scene changes to the attack on Caen itself. United Kingdom troops and armor advancing from the north, taking village after village in their stride, closed in to an assault on what was the hinge of Rommel's Normandy position. Rundstedt had already been dismissed, and now Rommel apparently had a free hand. In addition, a whole Panzer Army Corps had been transferred from the Russian front. 7 Panzer divisions, 5 of them SS formations, and 4 infantry divisions were now concentrated against our Second Army. But the Second Army's advance not only continued, it went through ahead of schedule. These are a few camera impressions of that advance, an advance which was most bitterly resisted, even if Rommel was careful to keep much of his panzer force intact for battles yet to come. Everywhere prisoners were being taken. They got the soldiers farewell, all right, and they all went to swell the total of over 50,000 who'd been taken in Normandy by the 5th of July. The fall of Caen was now virtually accomplished. The Boche was in retreat to the south of the river Orne, and the town, the most important road junction on the whole of the front, was being prized out of Rommel's grasp. Fighting among the ruins was a grim business, but the impetus of the Second Army's attack drove rapidly through the devastated areas, right on into the center of the town. A gigantic rout on the eastern front, an almost non-stop retreat to the north of Italy. To these were now added a smashing defeat on the western front. The Second Army was in Caen, and here, by the way, is part of the evidence of the result of that attack by our heavy bombers, which we've already seen. A part of the town had been wiped out, but so had large numbers of the enemy. The vitally important strong point was in our hands, and without a shadow of a doubt, Montgomery was preparing to deal faithfully with the rest of Rommel's panzers at the appropriate time and place.